Hey, welcome to Crepe Myrtle Row. My name is Lisa. Today we're going to do a decorate with me of my centerpiece here on the table. If that's something you like, then stick around. Y'all, I know I have not finished decorating everywhere else. I am working on stuff that is not decorated at all. That's just stuff sitting there out of the way until I get to that. But I just couldn't wait to get this done and get that for y'all. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, I'm not gonna be in here, and y'all just ignore my big old belly. Anyhow, I'm tall. I've told y'all that before, so it's hard for me to be down here and film this without sitting down, which I might end up doing to actually put the stuff in it. But what we're going to start with here is I've got this crocheted doily-like runner that I've centered up to the table that I'm going to use. And y'all, you're going to hear some wind chime noise. I am burning up. It is already 55 degrees outside, and I know some of you think that's not hot. It's hot to me. So I've got the door open, so you're going to hear my wind chimes in the back. So the first thing we're going to do is position my dough bowl. Now this is not a vintage dough bowl. This is just one that I bought it at an antique store, but it's a reproduction. The guy made bunches of them. So you can find these. Hobby Lobby has them. I don't know if they have them quite this long, but a lot of your local home decors or your garden centers, always check your hometown or neighboring towns for the really nice garden centers that carry home decor. They will carry stuff like this. So I've got that done. The first layer I'm going to put down, and I'll show you one I haven't cut yet. And I got these at Walmart. They're these really long fern branches. But I'm going to cut these apart because you could leave them alone like that. And I already had this kind of laid out to see how I liked it. And I realized I need to kind of cut these, the length of this stem down. So I'm going to do that right quick and then we'll come back. Okay, so I've got that cut and there's like 5 individual stems. And I have 4 of these. I actually bought 4 of these because I wanted it really full. I'm just going to start laying them. I don't think I want it too far off the end here because we do sit on the ends of here and eat supper and all. So I'm just going to start angling them out across the middle. Some of them, you can bend these. There's wire in them, so you can bend them however you want. And then I'm going to start moving down and letting them hang off the sides a little bit. And I'm a person who likes symmetry. 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to start down on this end and continue on. Again, just hanging it off just a little bit. Not to disturb where we're wanting to sit and eat. Plus my grandson, if I sit here at the table and hold him, he likes to grab everything that's within reach. And so we want to minimize all the too far out into where everybody eats. So again, as you can see, I'm just kind of layering these and moving in as I do it. And then I have a swan that's gonna kind of sit right here. And I'm just gonna kind of double up some of these toward the end so that that's a little fuller. Any places that I see that I think needs a little fullness. Okay, so now I have my base of my ferns. The next thing I have is I got these 2 stems at Walmart. These other ones, the fern ones were like $7 for the 1 stem. And I think these were similar in price or maybe only $6. But I love the very airiness of these. And I did trim off probably about 10 inches off of this end so it would fit better. Now I'm just going to lay this in here and spread it out to kind of fill in on the ends there. And again, do the same thing with the other side. Just spreading it out, not letting it get too big. Okay, my next piece is, I think now I'm gonna actually set my swan in place because the rest of these pieces are a little bit shorter and I can kind of tuck them down in there. So this is my swan, and it's a little, not too wide for the bowl, but it does fit there. And you see now I have places there, and on the back side here I have that I want to fill in. I think I'm also gonna, before I put the rest of the greenery, I have this string of lights. These are glass balls that I picked up at a local home decor store. If you're in the upstate of South Carolina, it's in downtown Landrum called the Vintage Corners, right behind the Hare and a Hound restaurant. And she sells these in clear, maybe an amber color, and this blue. These are real glass, and they're string lights on a timer. My only complaint is I wish the string between each ball was a little bit longer, because I have to kind of position these where they're kind of sticking almost off the ball there. I mean, off the bowl. So I'm gonna lay those in here. I'm gonna tuck this battery pack, and you know what? I'll go ahead and turn it on. I don't know that you can really see it. I'm gonna tuck this battery pack kind of under the end here, kind of weave the thing down where you can't see it, but then I can easily lift that up and reach it. And I think these stay on 6 hours, I believe. So now that I've got this, my next thing is, and I already took this apart, but it was a bunch that I got from Walmart, and it had maybe like a couple of these in it. It had a lot of this. It was like a bouquet already made up, and then like several of these. So it was already something like that already. And so I cut everything apart so that I could start layering it up. So let me see here. These are a little bit more airy type, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will do 4 on each side, kind of, or anywhere. And I'm just going to randomly start sticking these around in here. And remember, you got these 2 spaces here that are going to need something. So I'm going to try to remember to bring stuff in on those, like for instance this one, and I might have to lift up this one just a little bit to tuck it down in there, and then just kind of lay them around. There's no rhyme or reason to it, just however you want to do it. Now the next thing, I think I will do these, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. So again, I'm going to try to just randomly stick these around, and since I have an odd number like for each side, what I will do is, like if I put it on the back side on one, I'll put it on the front side on the other end. So like that, when I put on the back side, I'm going to put this one kind of on the front here, and then lay these in here. And I got a lot of this idea from the lady that sells these balls. She always has a dough bowl right up near her cash register that she changes out constantly with new merchandise she gets in. And it is always so gorgeous, y'all. I love it. So my next one, I have 2 of these. The little, kind of makes me think of yarrow in a way. The little peachy orangey colors. So I'm just going to lay these kind of toward the end on each side. And the good thing about doing stuff like this, there's no right or wrong. It's just, you play around with it, whatever you like. Now these little stems I bought from that same shop, and they were $7 for each section. So they're a little bit more expensive for the amount you get here. But I just loved, I thought they were so cool looking. So now I kind of want that to be a little bit of a center on the end here, and the same thing on this end. I kind of want it to be a centerpiece. Now I have these, I got these from Hobby Lobby. They're like the eucalyptus, and they have the frosted glitter look. And I know I'm going more for a spring look, but there's just something about those I like. So for now, I'm gonna tuck these in just below those stems to kind of fill in this little hole that was right here. And when I get through with everything, I'll take the camera down and go around it slower so y'all can kind of see this a little better. Now, I have a whole bunch of, now I think I got this one at Walmart. It was one big bush of these ferns, and I kind of cut them apart. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so can do 5 to work with. And y'all, I'm just weird like that. I like knowing what I've got to work with before I start. Now these are where I'm really going to concentrate, because they, you know, you've got the fern everywhere else. I'm really going to concentrate on sticking these around in this front to kind of, and then the back side here to fill in this one spot that doesn't have anything. I'm just going to continue to stick these around, and then if I see some random little holes in here, I can stick them in there. And I'm doing this backwards, y'all, so I'm hoping it's looking right for you over there, because I can see it in the camera, but it's without going around the table. And then I just had 4 of these. I think these were actually part of that other bouquet that I took apart. There was like a couple in each one. So let's see, let's stick one of those there, one over here, and then I'll just find a random spot. Now, the only other thing I've got, and I could stop here, but I have these really cool vintage little tins. And I'm just gonna randomly sit these around in the bowl, just wherever I find a spot that I like. And this came off on the end. That's the only thing about some of this greenery, it pops off the ends. So that is all I'm going to do to this. I'm going to take the camera down, walk you around, and let you have a more close-up look of it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope you could see it good. Like I told you before, I'm not that great at these decorate with me's. I'm not used to doing them. So if you have any suggestions of what I could do to improve the process, please leave me a comment below. I promise I will not be offended. I need all the pointers and tips I can get. As you, the viewer, what do you think I could do to improve when I'm doing these type of videos, so that I'll know the next time to make sure I'm doing that better. I know it was kind of awkward, you know, I'm talking and you can't see my head, but like I mentioned, I am taller, and I mean, my head hits these. if I was leaning down too much, my head was hitting these. So I could have sat down, but that would have been a little harder. And it was, you know, I'm doing it backwards when I was doing this, so that might have been some of the little issues there. But I hope you like this. I love this look. It's more of a spring look. I could, you know, of course with the swan, it could be Easter, you know, ducks, swans, all that kind of thing. I could change out this animal. The lady that I talked about that has the shop that gave me the inspiration to do this, sometimes she has rabbits in it that are laying down. Right now, I think she currently has a sheep in it. I think I think she changes it like every time I go up there, it's different. She's had, I think, a fox in it at one time, and she just kind of leaves her base greenery and adds a little bit different. So you could do that, like Easter time, I could get some picks with little Easter eggs or just more springy Easter look and change out some of these. I could change those little tins for some little Easter eggs. There's just so many ways that you can take these dough bowls and change them out. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you don't already subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to do so. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload, because I don't really upload on a schedule per se. I'm trying to get better this year and putting out a video once a week, but that's not always going to happen. Life happens. You know, I have a grandson that comes and visits me, and he gets my total attention when he's here. So I don't know that I'll get one every week. So y'all just keep an eye out, see what we got going on over here at the Crepe Myrtle Road. And I hope y'all have a very blessed day.